We're in England doing more prints. These are 3 more lovely old prints. We'll start with the best one. This is dated 1526. So this print is 450 years old, roughly speaking. It's quite a good size, but the condition is troubled. This is a lovely, ancient, late Renaissance print, full to the brim with action. It's known as the Battle of the Shield over the Lance. I think because the shield is round, it is an early Roman shield, and it is the battle between the Romans, the barbarians. The original source picture, original painting, was done by Raphael, Raffaello Sanzio da Urbino, Italian painter, very famous obviously, and the engraving was done by Gian Giacomo Caraglio, and it is probable that there is etching and engraving on the same print. I read on some of them, I'm not sure about this one, that he did do both. I think there's going to be both in this one, looking at it. The condition is poor. On the middle of the print, etching, engraving, there is a title to Jacobus, the engraver. There is some, because it is mounted on a piece of old paper, somebody has written here in sepia some information about it, which has been corrected by someone else in pencil. They have written scene of the third battle of the something 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 by Heineken, and then it says wrong. It then says Caraglio something something. So there are many of these prints in big collections. There's quite, I'm not going to say common print, but there are lots of collections with this print, and we put on our website a link to the National Gallery of Canada for just a simple description affirming what we are claiming. The colour on this one is slightly darker than it ought to be, and as I say, it is not in brilliant condition, but you certainly, when you see it, you certainly get the impression of a extremely important piece of art. Okay, next one. These next 2 are unidentified in terms of who did them, so I can only tell you what I found. First one is stuck on a piece of paper. Paper it's stuck on is laid paper itself. The date of this print, I would guess, at 1550. It is possibly later. It is probably French, and it shows St. Cecilia. So St. Cecilia is kneeling down. She's about to be martyred. They're going to chop her head off using 3 strokes of the sword. The Romans are in attendance. The Romans have a plumed helmet and a Roman-style outfit. There is a angel or cherub with a lily, one with panpipes. She is kneeling down next to a fountain and basin. And this saint, though the French particularly have loads of Cecilia stuff in France, this saint died, was martyred, and probably is actually buried in Sicily. So for Malta, she's quite a local saint. I can't see any information on it about who did it, where the source painting's from, who published it, the age, or anything like that. And I can't find any in any collections or for sale anywhere. So that just goes down as a rare print. And it's a rare print because the computer says it's a rare print. Google Lens. It is a rare print. There is one I found in reverse, which is later, with some information on, but that is probably the first run. Next one. This again is one I can't find on the computer. The computer can't find it. They can't find one the same. They found mountains of similar ones. So I can say with confidence, this shows Judith with the head of Holofernes. I thought it was John the Baptist when I first saw it. But there is a lady with a sword, and the head is on a cloth. In many of the other depictions, the head is about to be put in a bag, but in all the other depictions of Judith, she is looking like that, with the sword in her hand, with often two people in attendance. And this one has got the most, I'm trying to think of the right word, simple engraving. It's not careless, and it's not rushed, but the engraving is spontaneous, and there is probably, I'm guessing there's probably etching as well as engraving on that one as well, because the faces seem to be drawn rather than just engraved or copied. There is a name, G. Bertin, which is clear to be G. Bertin, and I have found a lot of Bertin engravers in France, but I can't find a G one. So the likelihood is this is French, because it is a Bertin, and I think the age will be early 1500s. There is just a chance it's earlier than 1500, just a chance. Okay, so we'll look at Holofernes. He was an invading Assyrian general in the book of Judith, who was beheaded by Judith, who entered his camp and cut his head off while he was drunk. So that is the legend, or the myth, or the story about Holofernes. What else can I say about it? Quite small. Don't like small prints, don't like small pictures, but it is of extreme rarity, because the computer says it's of extreme rarity. It's not me just saying it's rare. This computer says, by fact, it can't find one anywhere the same. By the computer not being able to find one the same in any collections or any auction houses historically, or any dealers, that is a rare print. So that is a rare print. Okay, so we've seen 3 more. Thank you very much.